Battle of the Sunshine State goes the way of the Bucs, who snap an 11-game home slide. Welcome into the Sunday Blitz alongside Field Yates. I am Jim Basquil. You know, Field, you look at the numbers going into this one, and Jameis Winston owned the worst total QBR rating of any qualified quarterback when targeting his wideouts, but only 7th in the league when going to the running backs and tight ends. That trend in the positive way would continue as he had a lot of underneath throws, 13 of 19 for 209. They get the rush yards from Martin, over 102 scores. He had 3 total scores. Is that the way you have to go with this young quarterback if you're Tampa on offense?
It's not a huge surprise that a quarterback, especially a young one, has a better QBR when throwing the football to his backs and receiver and backs and tight ends. Typically simpler throws, safer throws. Those are the kind of throws that you can build your confidence through. So for the Bucs, I think the key today was getting that running game going. Doug Martin looks like the Doug Martin of old, at least for today. 2 touchdowns, a big force for that rushing game. And as you mentioned, that slide at home. Had not won a home game since the 2013 season. If you want any chance to be competitive or at least build off of what was a disappointing 2014 season, you got to take care of business at home. The Jaguars, they lose out on a chance to take the Florida State Championship belt home after previously beating the Dolphins early this season.
That's important. You know, this game was anybody's game. Late stages, third quarter. The Bucs get a defensive score, and they kind of just ratcheted it up that defense a little bit. How impressed were you with what they did defensively late in this game?
It's the second time their defense has really carried them to a victory. They also did so against the New Orleans Saints earlier this year, and we thought this pass rush was going to be absent for Tampa Bay this year. You look at the depth chart, and it's not all that imposing, but Jameis Smith, another big game for him. He had 3 sacks against New Orleans, a scoop and score touchdown today. That's the kind of impact that Lovie Smith, who runs that coveted Tampa 2, wants from his edge players. They got to be able to work upfield and collapse the pocket. It happened today.
It's literally the Tampa 2 now.
Literally the Tampa 2, yes.
Blake Bortles had a career-high 4 scoring strikes in defeat. Keep up with both teams by visiting the NFL Nation blog here on ESPN.com. For Field Yates, I'm Jim Basquil.